of looking over vehicles, and for whatever reason, I was on Copart, and I come across this beautiful 1978 Lotus Esprit. Yeah, the submarine. Well, no, actually, the other car was probably might even been, I don't know, did they have that car in 1976? Because remember, The Spy Who Loved Me with James Bond was in 1977. Sometimes it does take quite a while to make a movie. But yeah, the other car was probably a 77 or a 76, or an early sort of car, because they usually do will companies will provide vehicles even a year earlier for a lot of movies. But this car pretty cool actually. Looks a lot like the other car. Not a bad price either. It says 30,000 miles, but it could be 130, of course. Really, actually nice. I mean, if it wasn't so far away and I belong to this thing, right now it's only doing 5,600, so it's not really doing a lot of money at all. Estimated retail value is 55,000. I'm not really sure of the value of this vehicle. Have no idea, but I would definitely think it'd be worth more than 5 grand, because it is a lot of car for the money, and very nostalgic too. If you know the vehicle, of course. Definitely a cool ride. Definitely loved this movie when I was younger. Watched it. I've watched this thing a million times, even lately. I've always watched this movie. I always thought this was a great movie. It's just an amazing thing. So, Elon Musk bought, of course, the vehicle that was a submarine, supposedly, for like $1 million. I mean, I don't blame him. You have all the money in the world, you might as well. I mean, this car is just so hot. The thing is, of course, was the car fast? Nah, the car wasn't fast at all back then. Probably a slow poke, really. But it just doesn't matter. The car is so cool. I don't care what anybody says either. Roger Moore was the best James Bond, hands down. He was the man. I don't know. That's the James Bond I grew up with. The funny thing is too, been watching the show The Saint. I don't know if anybody ever seen it. Really good show in the '60s. His first basically TV show that he went, kind of like almost was like James Bond, basically The Saint. In that car though, he drives the, what do you call it? He drives a P1800, a Volvo. One of the things about James Bond, I mean Roger Moore rather, was he was mostly like a comical sort of guy. He's like that in The Saint too. He's not really the serious James Bond. And you know what? I kind of liked it. I don't know. Of course, you got Jaws in this one too. Jaws actually was in two James Bonds. He's also in Moonraker. Wait, is he in three? Wait, he might be in another one too. No, I forget now. This car was so cool though. Old Ford. I think that's what, like a Granada, Cortina, something like that. Ford Europe. But anyway, if somebody's interested in this car, I don't know. It seems like when's this auction end? It says sale date is today at 10 a.m. I don't know if something's up with this thing or whatever. This thing's in Fort Lauderdale. Oh no, I'm sorry, Orlando rather, in Florida. It says sale date was Wednesday, December 14th, 10 a.m., but I don't get it. It doesn't say it's over. This is a glitch in the system, but looks like it was sitting somewhere for a while. I don't think this car was outside. Interior's not bad either, really. when you think about it. I mean, those interiors were like, ugh, as it is. Real difference I'm seeing. Hold on, let me pause. Let me see what's the difference is. Looks like no, it's got the same black molding. Hold on. Oh, you know what it is? Okay, now I see what the difference is. It's that pinstripe they put. That's why it looks different. Yep, there's a pinstripe on this car. That's what it is. I was gonna say there's something different about that. Oh yeah, look at that. It doesn't also have the turn signals there because probably this is a US spec car and in Europe they didn't need it. Looks like the same wheels. Wonder what happened to that real car that hit that water like that. Wonder how many cars they actually used. I know there's been a lot of shows about this car. I know I just seen something recently where they were kind of like tracking this thing down. There was a guy who actually owned this real one, who sold it to Elon Musk, and he had been. I think he won. Something happened. He won it in like a storage bid. He had no idea what the car was, and then he ended up trying to restore it and bring it back to itself or whatever. Of course, this thing is a totally different one, just made for as a submarine because there's no way you could possibly do this. And of course, you see like the propellers on the back. Of course, how could that? How could any of this stuff happen? But it's cool just to dream. That's for sure. Let's see. This thing's got what? Probably has a little four-cylinder in there, right? They were always four cylinders. Later on, I'll tell you, the turbos that they made were amazing. These engines. Even some of the last years of this car was very, very hot. Definitely take a look. You know what? I don't know if this thing is for sale still or what, if the auction ended, because it's just not making sense. But if you got the money, I would definitely say get it. It doesn't look like it's a salvage title either. That's the only thing. It says secondary damage, minor dent and scratches. I mean, this thing is old. Let's see here. Last updated 12/13/22. It says sale date, like I said, December 14th, 22, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I don't get it. Because if you, oh, yeah, it did disappear. Look at that. Ah, what a shame. Yeah. I guess it did finally come off. So somebody only bought that car. Wow. That was a pretty steal if you ask me. Yeah, it finally came off because I was clicking out to come back and it was still there. That sucks. That car's gone. There we go. Yeah, I guess that thing did sell. So somebody got a pretty good deal on that vehicle for the amount of money that they spent. I would definitely have that car and just drive it. That thing is cool. You know, try to get the plate, do a remake with the plates to make it match this James Bond car, the European plates. That would be about it. Clean it up, get rid of that pinstripe the other car had. Try to make it as close as possible to this one. Little hockey puck. This part here is cool. I think like how did they get this car to come out of the water the way they did? I don't know if like basically they took like a cable, but this part here, how do they get this car out of the water that it's running? Right here. Like how does this happen? This dude. There you go. So there you go. Definitely check out that movie if you've never seen it, The Spy Who Loved Me. And yeah, do a little research on that Lotus if you're interested. Pretty nice ride, really. So that's basically what it is. Oh yeah, they had a lot of submarine things here too. That was pretty cool also. All right, guys, got to roll.